Congratulations.
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 Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to
Smash
there.
like.
That right there is now our advertisement. I'm just cut out the like, comment, subscribe. It's just gonna be that.
Dab on that bell.
Dab on that bell.
Welcome to HEETwave. My name is Michelle Belcher, and I'm joined with Brittany Saturn.
At the hip.
And over the phone we have Jairus Mitchell.
I'm Jairus, and I'm not on the phone.
And it's the Hutch.
I am dialing from my rotary phone.
It has a really long cord stretched all the way from the kitchen.
If you would like to reach Hutch, please press 4.
Perfect. So
I'm Hutch.
I'm so happy that we got a hold of Hutch. It's really hard to get a hold of him nowadays.
Yeah,
He's
very
a busy
important.
man.
I'm very slippery.
Oh, I was going to go with you're important and therefore not always available, but you decided to go with, yeah, I'm constantly greased up.
Greased up, ready to go.
Exactly.
So, speaking of greased up, Hutch slipped right into our movie night this last week, about halfway through the film.
Grease?
We had to pause it, and for him...
Were you watching Grease?
Yes, we were.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it was Turtle Wax, actually, for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But no, it was a really fun movie, and if you would like to join us this upcoming week... and that's my job. But I will not mislead the rest of you at home. If you would like to join the HEET Discord and join us every Friday to watch a movie along with the rest of the team, come by and hang us out. There's a link below.
Don't invite randos.
You know what?
Don't invite randos into
He's
our living room.
inviting total randos. This
Brittany, first of all,
will
literally
end well.
everyone who watches this is someone we know.
That's the way I like it. I only make this for friends and family.
It saves all of us a lot of time checking in with people. We just send them a YouTube link.
It totally worked because I came out to everybody this past week, and I literally just sent everyone that video. Like, I came out to my parents. They found me on Twitter. My mom was like, Michelle?
Send them a video?
And I just sent them the video. And when I called my mom and dad later, they're like, we watched your video. Yeah,
Did they like and subscribe?
Yeah.
They did not.
Did they
don't
sign
have
out
YouTube
with
accounts.
affiliate link Michelle now?
I hope so. My dad was really confused because he was just like, well, I guess all I got was that you really want boobs. And I was like, that's one of the aspects that's true.
That is part of it, yes. But also, everyone likes boobs.
Yeah,
Yes.
who doesn't?
As a chunky
had a
boy,
friend-
I have boobs. Not good ones.
So, well, mine aren't good either, so it's cool.
Sorry, just an update. My boss just texted me. It was like, hey, if anybody is interested with coming into packing, we're going to start bringing 2 extra people in.
Uh-oh.
And I said, me! And with an exclamation point. So I had to take this text because he sent it to everybody on the shipping team, contractors and everybody. And I was like, no, me!
Me.
Barkley, I like how you're operating under the assumption that the rest of your coworkers aren't high or drunk right now, and that your coworkers, one, know where their phones are, can find them, and are in a stable enough state of mind to respond.
Oh, yeah, that's why I immediately responded. So it is currently 2:30 p.m. They all are sleeping right now because I know all my coworkers are garbage and they sleep from like 7 a.m. to like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
She says...
So that wasn't a classist statement on any of ours part. We're not like besmirching people or anything. We all personally know these humans and they're just raccoons. They're human
Oh, yeah, 100%.
garbage boys.
My favorite thing is we say
that's
this-
me depending on a given weekend.
Yeah. Me and Brittany woke up yesterday at what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yeah, it was probably like 1 or 2. It was
Steph
also
and I
Saturday,
were up at
so
9 yesterday.
Why?
I justified sleeping in so late because it was Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jairus, why don't you tell us what we're talking about this week?
So, as to like just Babe Ruthing this baseball hit,
shitting in the pool again.
Since this first section will be going out on 420 Blaze, what
everybody
memes
lights up
brighten your day? Like there are a lot of like played out shitty memes. Like that meme that's been around for 7 fucking million years, but still, just every time you see it, you're like, oh yeah, business cat. I think that's funny still.
I love business cat.
I will go first to set the stage. Steamed ham memes.
Oh,
like
you just. So
Jairus, I thought we were having hamburgers.
I never got the steamed ham memes.
So I don't.
Well, I have a deep and profound love for like the weird ass remixes. Like 80% of my YouTube search history is the in quotes but it's to capture all of the steamed hams, but it's a David Lynch movie, or Old Town Road, but it's Nickelback. Like all of that kind of conceptual mashup stuff just like resonates with my existence. And I like when a meme will become a meme and then quickly spiral into madness.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely that one.
Yeah.
So our good friend, the Skipper 1995, that's his favorite meme. And he nonstop sends me posts about it. And if I see anything that has anything to do with something I love, like Animal Crossing, for example, there's a lot of steamed ham Animal Crossing rooms.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much our friendship right now, is talking about that and Mega Man.
My favorite memes are the ones that combine, like, you have to know another meme in order to get this one. It's like layers. Yeah. I have an example I can send you guys afterwards.
Okay, well...
And one for the thing.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about it? It's because it's a podcast.
I don't remember it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at, like, audio-only jokes.
No, that's why I was kind of debating against doing this. Because it is very...
you guys...
We'll provide memes that we can insert post.
Yeah, you can send them here. Send them to me. I will put them in. It'll be an editing job, but that's fine.
It was like, so like Toy Story, Woody says, there's a snake in my boot. And then it's it was that, plus it was the anime guy who's like, is this a moth? And so he's holding up
that's from the Magic School Bus.
So is it?
Yes. Carlos, I think is his name.
So it was like it was a snake over that guy's face, and then he was holding up a boot, and then it was something else with the guy who was like, it's free real estate, and then it all went together. So it was like the snake was asking the boot, like, is this free real estate, basically? It was like 3 different memes combined together, and I will definitely...
we like communicate complicated ideas in the future is by just portmanteauing memes, just like smashing it all together and causing existential dread in other people.
So I just found out right now in this moment that guy who thinks that the butterfly is a moth, I thought that was Tuxedo Mask.
What? It does look very Sailor Moonish.
Yeah.
There is another meme where Sailor Moon and her friends are like getting attacked by moths, and they're like, "What are these things?"
Yeah.
So that was like,
I put 2 and 2
there
together.
was like a trinity of cartoons that were like didn't know what forest creatures were, and they were like, "What are these?"
So
what are those?
I just sent y'all the first steamed ham. Like, this was my entry point into steamed hams because of that whole but it's. So it's the steamed hams audio, but it's mixed with Feel Good Inc. from the Gorillaz.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Steamed clam bouncing on red. Steamed ham despite your ravages. Steamed clam super good color. Steamed ham. I hope you're prepared for steamed ham.
And there was something just in my brain that like that allowed the meme to intersect with where I was at with my life. And then jumping back to Brittany's point, one of my favorite things in the world is this a butterfly? I saw one that was, is this a butterfly guy? But the text said, is this a meme? And that's like a level of recursive meta humor that just really excites me. It makes me chortle forever.
Yeah, I do love the meta memes.
The meta meme that I have the most fun with was the Arthur fist.
Yeah.
The Arthur fist just pops up in a billion different things.
Yeah, my favorite one was someone actually like cross-stitch / embroidered one. And it was like when you realize that embroidery has been known as like women's work and not taken seriously as an art form, and it was like the Arthur fist, and it was all embroidered. It was really awesome.
Which actually goes to a meme that I made with that. I made a meme of I made an Arthur fist embroidery with our embroidery machine.
Yeah.
And it got fucked up. The needle, I never could successfully get that Arthur fist done. So I made a meme out of a half finished one. It's just like when the embroidery machine keeps breaking up while you're trying to make a meme post.
Yeah.
And it was actually pretty good.
It was beautiful.
I loved it.
I prefer the these are both kind of the same thing, but the Vince McMahon meme / the expanding brain meme.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like, because they both just build up to levels of absurdity with whatever the fuck's going on, and it's so wonderful if it's done if it's executed right.
I like the Vince McMahon one has been super on point right now because he just got hired as one of our economic advisors.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that.
So, not to get political here, but people have been really using that meme very well right now because
not to get too political, but he is the epitome of a human garbage can.
It's fair.
Like, one, if you do even the most surface level investigation into like the practices of the WWE, it's fucking bad. They're all contractors and none of them have health insurance.
Jeez.
So contractors and none of them have health insurance.
So
they're all contractors and none of them have health insurance.
When I brought this up, I was like, Jairus is going to go on a tirade about the WWE.
They're all contractors and none of them, not a single one of them, have health insurance provided by WWE. You know, the place where they go to get kicked in the head and thrown downstairs.
That seems insane that they don't have health insurance working there. Like, what?
Right?
Yeah, they're contractors. They're not actually employees.
Oh, and
I know that people make this joke all the time, but I literally cannot tell when things are real anymore or when things are satire. Like, I was in the middle of like working pretty heavily. I was sewing masks. I was listening to like a podcast and I was deep in my work. I take off my headphones and turn around and I'm like, hey, Michelle, what's up? And she's like, Vince McMahon is supposed to fix our economy now. And I was like, okay. And I just put my headphones back on and turned around. I was like, I don't know.
So there are now two McMahons in federal government. Lyndon McMahon is the administrator of Small Business Administration.
His wife?
Yep. Yes. Who apparently was born in New Bern. Which I
She's not
also born in
New
Bern.
She doesn't know anything about small. Well, Betsy DeVos doesn't know anything about education, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I think
that's
I could
just
do
how
it.
this administration's gone.
Yeah,
I own an Etsy. I bet I could do it.
Really, what this administration has shown me is that I need to expand my dreams and get over my imposter syndrome. Because, like, I've been saying for years that nobody knows what they're doing and everyone's just guessing. But that goes all the way up and all the way down.
I need to update my resume immediately.
Yeah. Good enough to be, like, president of Guam or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I did Model UN in high school, so I think I got this.
You got my vote. I'm going to write you in.
Perfect.
I played some Warhammer 40K with some friends of ours, so like I think I could probably be president.
That takes a lot of organization.
Yeah, I think you could. You got my vote. I want you on my team.
Brittany, have you ever led a World of Warcraft guild?
I haven't.
Okay.
But I probably could.
So I know some humans who are some form of sketchy military analysts, but they're like private contractors. And to blow off steam, they raid in World of Warcraft. And they build intricate spreadsheets and detailed strategy maps and run like hard and heavy analysis. Like they don't give a fuck about World of Warcraft. They just need more numbers to crunch and feel excited about.
That sounds about right, to be honest.
Amazing and terrifying at the same time.
That's what I've heard about EVE Online players.
Yeah. They're just spreadsheet junkies. And now I imagine there are Python libraries that just plug into EVE Online's endpoints and just do all of the things you need to do.
So that is exactly how it works. One of my coworkers does that.
Wowie.
One of my coworkers learned Python to do that.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I do know a nerd who he has 2 kids now, and Michelle used to work with him.
Okay.
But his wife banned him from EVE Online, and when he's been very good, she'll give him like 2 months worth of EVE Online time.
Wow.
Because
I hate it.
He disappears into that game, and I think he learned enough to do like stock shit effectively. Like,
wow.
Now he does cybersecurity and like, I don't know. Fucking nerds.
Mom never said I would get anywhere with these games.
Speaking of which, one of our good friends actually used a stock trading game to get good at stock trading, and now his entire job is he is the financial forecaster for Wells Fargo.
Is this 88% and counting?
I don't know. I don't know what the game was.
It was a counting plus.
No, that podcast episode from our old podcast, that guy's house.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it was that guy.
I'd be interested to try that game. Do you remember the name of it?
I can find him. I can ask him.
All right, link in the description.
Yeah, well, I'll figure it out.
Stocks are fun, is what it's called.
Yeah. No, because I'm... Because
now's a great time to buy.
Because I work for a company that allowed employees to purchase stock, I have money that exists in the stock market. Not like an impressive amount, not like anything that is real, but I'd like to fuck around with it because it's just gambling and also gamification.
So I actually lost I put a ton of money into Nintendo right before the Wii, and I made $5,000 turn into $35,000. So yeah, it works if you just plan ahead and choose the right stock.
Yeah, and by the way, and also like stick in your wheelhouse and whatever. Welcome to Financial Advice with Heat.
Yeah. This turned for memes.
Welcome to Finance Corners. That's because memes are the foundations of real things in our life.
That's true.
They're like hyperbolic extensions of our feelings, and it's a way for us to connect with other human beings.
So, Brittany,
all right,
you
Dr.
know
Brittany.
That's right. I'm Dr. Brittany meme
paper.
Saturn.
Brittany literally spends the last couple of hours of her like conscious day looking at memes.
Yeah, I collect memes, and they are specifically like cataloged, like which friend would love this meme the most, and I save them, send them out, and then after I've sent them out, they're deleted because I want to keep it fresh.
Yeah, they're I like that mental exercise. This is a thing that I find really funny. And then there's like this mental math that happens where it's like, okay, whose sense of humor lines up in this direction with mine? Like, who is the person that would grok this meme? And then that's a good feeling when you get that ha back.
Yeah. And then if there's one that's like a general, like everyone would love this meme, I'll just post that on like Twitter or Facebook or something. So
I like that we went from memes to financial discussions to government to psychology
of memes.
This is like, the fuck do you expect?
I'm just saying, we ran the gambit.
I feel like eventually there will be like a class on memes in college or something.
Yeah, eventually.
And like the way that we communicate, with each other through memes.
Oh, I'll go ahead and give us another 5 minutes because I feel like we got some meat on this. So
I'm gonna go super nerd for a second. So like. Linguistic theory is all about like the understanding that when I say words, I have a thing or concept that I'm trying to communicate to the people listening to it. So I'm going to use my mouth sounds and go like blah, 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 and hope that that structure of words or that structure which act as like a proxy for the mental image that I have, travel through space, hit your ears, hit your brain, and gets converted back into that image. So it, like there's a point to be made that memes are actually, in some ways, like an equally valid form of communication, and might even be a quicker way to communicate a thought.
I agree with that.
I feel like I've heard Anthony Fantano make this argument a long time ago because he was validating memes as the best form of advertising the product of music in the music industry.
Yeah.
And because they work way better than any other advertisement form for music besides the music itself.
Well, think about how Rebecca Black has made probably a disgusting amount of money because Friday was such a fucking joke that people went and listened to it a bajillion and a half times on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hutch.
Specifically Hutch. Yeah, I'm calling him out.
Her and everything that dude that... Anyway.
Michelle, if you can remember the name of that video and send it to me, I'd be interested to watch it because that's like
Fantano's got some good stuff on it.
I love Fantano, and that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but I'll see if I can look it up. It's on his side channel, Fantano, not on the Needle Drop.
Hold on just a second, y'all.
Okay. We're holding on, apparently.
Holding on.
Every now and then I forgot the words. Damn it.
Wow. You're not a fan.
I know.
I am disappointed.
So, one of the things that really excites me about everything that we're talking about right now, though, is the fact that we no longer have to use words to communicate half the time.
Yeah, we can just use like images or like a certain format, and you already like can put the pieces together.
There's like three to five people that I don't talk to on Discord in any other way than sharing memes.
Yeah,
we have a whole channel for it, thankfully, but but that's literally the only time I talk to those people. So. Which is pretty great. I actually, it's one of my favorite things.
I feel like you can use memes in a way to kind of break the ice, too. Like, if you want to talk to somebody, maybe you don't really know what to say to them, you can use memes to get closer to people, you know? Like, if you're not sure what to say, you can just send them a meme and then kind of gauge, like, their humor in that way.
My other Brittany, how do you neg somebody through a meme?
That's easy. You just send them lots of memes that are like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, and then be like, this is you, and then send it to them.
Brittany,
and then
you should rewrite the pickup artist, but for online dating.
Yeah, I can do that, no problem. So you just send them negging memes, and then you compliment them, and then build their confidence up in that way of like, oh, this person's really nice because they're like, you're not a piece of shit.
Oh, wow. You are teaching people right now how to gaslight people with memes. Good job.
Yeah. You just want to make sure that they crave your like.
Yeah. Another fun thing to do, like if it's somebody you see every day, you can, this is not really negging, this is just more of like a weird psychology sort of break. You bring them like candy or something like that, something that they really enjoy, and every time they see you, you give them like a piece of candy. And then eventually you stop doing that, and then they just are really happy to see you, and they don't know why.
Is that how you trained all of your coworkers to be pleased to see you?
Yes, I make them lots of baked goods. I bring them cookies, and then the half of it's that, and the other half is intimidation. Everyone's too afraid of me to go against me, so you know. I feel like this is bad.
That's reasonable. You're a fighty person.
Well, that's a great place to end that. This is my favorite topic about memes I've had in a long time. All right. Well, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
What? Are we hanging up now?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Do you want to watch HEETwave before anyone else? Well, there's an easy way to do that. Just back us up on Patreon at patreon.com/halfemptyetank and be the first to watch the episodes.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So for my topic, I know this is kind of beating a dead horse, and also we should address the elephant in the room. Yes, everyone get your whips out.
I'm so ready. I've been wanting to beat something for so long.
Everyone line up. We're just going to punch this carcass. No. So we said we wouldn't really talk about the Rona very much, but I wanted to talk to you guys about what are some things that you had planned on doing that the Rona ruined. And also like maybe like a part B. Part B is like, how will you exit from this? Like, will this change you at all? Will you plan or do things differently? So I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Michelle and I had planned earlier or later this year. It was going to be in like July. We were supposed to do like a 2-week trip where we visited a bunch of national parks and monuments out west. And it was going to be really awesome. It was going to be like partially a camping trip. We were going to be on a tour bus with some other people. We were going to cook our own food and hike and explore the West, because I haven't really ever been out West. And I've been planning this trip for like 7 years. But we were just now financially stable enough to actually afford it. And I paid the deposit at Christmas, and I was like, yeah, we're going to do it this year. And then this fucking happened. And even though it's in July, I'm pretty sure that we're just not going to go. Because even if this clears up by July, I don't think work is going to be cool with giving us 2 weeks off since we've had like 2 months off, basically.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that definitely has been ruined, like a big thing that's been ruined. I mean, I don't want to be too complaining about it, because obviously it's either like don't go on your trip or die. So I would rather live, but that's just one thing that I'm kind of like grumble about. And I think like moving forward, I'm going to try and just like do things like I have this weird excuse of like, I can't do this thing right now. I have to wait until all these other things line up perfectly, and they never do. Yeah. I think going forward, I'm going to try to just do the fucking thing that I want to do and stop making excuses.
So Brittany and I are both in that area because that's actually we have like a bunch of little trips planned now for after quarantine ends and whatnot, and like they're still going out west. They're just like little trips instead of a 2-week trip.
Yeah,
right.
It'll maybe be like a longer weekend. Like I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. So we're planning on taking like an extended weekend and going and visiting like Portland and Seattle. And we have friends in both places. Yeah. So
we're going to probably stay there and save some money.
We're just going to visit some friends and say, fuck it. Like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think that's good and reasonable.
Traveling means a lot to us, and we've just never done it.
Yeah.
Traveling theoretically means a lot to you.
Well, what we've done of it has meant a great deal to us.
Yeah.
You've got that live, laugh, love wall hanging, just waiting for you to like hit the Tin City threshold.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that you can level up and get the merit badge. I understand. I was supposed to officiate a wedding in early April.
I forgot about that.
And because of COVID-19, haven't been able to. They went ahead and got like courtroom married, and I'm not sure. They might be doing another thing later to just like have a party or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of frustrating because I was like,
did you already get your like officiant license or whatever it is that you're supposed to get?
I was working on that I was working on that and writing my speech when the lockdown started. Yeah, so I didn't like go the full route. I might still do it, just maybe
just for fun.
I want to do the math and see how much it would cost me to become like a legal officiant in every single state in the United States.
Perfect. Just so you can like do it anywhere you need to be. It needs to get done.
Yeah, like so that I can sell like a team style service where I just hot drop into a city, marry some people, and then bounce.
You can just put your ad on Craigslist for like services.
That's a dream I can get behind.
I'll put it under romantic services.
Yes.
Romantic services. Oh my god.
How about you, Hutch? What's something that you had to not be able to do?
All I can think of, aside from like some shows, like I wanted to see Lindsay Sterling. I think her thing is still canceled, or I think it might still technically be going on. I think it's in July or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's in July too.
Yeah, but her tickets are expensive, so I don't think I would have gone to see that solo. But what else? I was contemplating going to Mag Stock, which I guess may still be on later on in the year, potentially.
It's been postponed to August.
Yeah, we're thinking August is when they're trying to push it to.
There's also a side thing for that, Hutch, that I think you'll appreciate even more. Is Tanner is when quarantine is over, because actually Mag Stock was going to be one of the big things that I was going to talk about too that I'm missing out on. But Tanner is going to be hosting a Mag Stock mini in his backyard, and at Post Plague, and everybody's coming down to it. So we're
that's awesome! I didn't know about that.
So it's just all y'all and also Massachusetts or Maryland,
Maryland Bryan and like
John will probably come down too.
Zach Star Wars.
Well, I'll be sure to shit in the middle of Tanner's bathroom just on the floor, so that it will feel like real Mag Stock.
Oh man, I can't wait. And I'll sit naked in a chair with 20-year-old scotch.
Yeah, we'll just get real weird.
I don't see the problem. He did just build a brand new fence, so he's got a lot more privacy.
Yeah, he's got that big privacy fence now. So
oh, that's good.
Perfect.
But he's also got a really high-powered water gun.
Perfect for the
We can have as much lube there as we want to. Nobody can tell me what to do.
We should get an industrial barrel of like that powdered lube.
Oh yeah, the 5,000
It's like
$1,000.
And it's an investment in our future. We can do a GoFundMe.
Buy one.
We can do a GoFundMe.
You gotta keep it hot and slippery.
I wonder if the Amazon payments are on it now.
We could probably, like, if we do a GoFundMe, we can mail people, like, envelopes full of powdered lube. Like,
I'm sure that's a great way to get the FBI to look into us.
Thank you for your contribution. Here is your piece of the pie. Just add water.
Yeah, it's like a mass drop, but it's just powdered lube in Ziploc bags.
I think we should do this. That should be part of our OnlyFans. If we reach this level, we'll send all of you powdered lube.
Yeah, if we make more than $3,000 a month, which is, I imagine, what it would cost us to send anybody, like one to purchase, repackage, and send out that much lube.
Yeah. I think we should do it.
We'll do it.
I think I've created a monster.
Yeah, you have. I'm very excited for this. So what else,
sexy,
Hutch? What else
greasy
did you want to
monster.
do? Sorry, I didn't mean it.
Sorry, Hutch.
You're really good at making me inspired to tell you
Yeah,
about some
Hutch
other
has
dumb
the most
shit.
space. He's gonna have to store this lube.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't let Juggle Boy get into it.
I can dig
catch
a further hole where the pool used to be and just bury it.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Should definitely do that. Make a little treasure map.
We'll put like a keg tap into it.
Okay, perfect.
It'll be out of the way. No one will know.
Ah, damn it! Somebody overpumped the lube.
Imagine just getting a cup full of lube like in a solo cup. Well,
You just pour it on the other person.
Another small thing that I wanted to do that we had kind of talked about was when we would have like friend dinner night where we would go to each other's house and like cook dinner and have like a family meal together.
Yeah, we were planning on doing that.
Yeah, we had talked about doing that, and then we didn't, and then the quarantine started. So
We're absolutely
absolutely gonna do it
Hutch,
now.
Guess what? We're bombarding your house post all of this, and we're cooking you food.
So
Hooray!
because the market is crashing, I'm looking at maybe buying a house.
Ooh.
So I need to do a lot of due diligence and research to understand, and need to do it very quickly. But
We're in the same boat, but in the rental market.
if I get a place with reasonable space, we can always also do it there.
Okay.
Hell yeah! I mean, I figured we would rotate, and
Yeah, because
obviously everyone would help staying clean up, so that's not like the burden of whoever's hosting. yeah. But just like a fun, like, hey, like maybe twice a month we get together and cook dinner. So
I think that's good.
it was a lot of fun. We used to do this, and we used to call it the Brodeo. I don't know why. I don't know why, but that's what happened.
Because we had friends who were weird.
Yeah, it's back when mustaches were the in thing.
mustaches and like
So the
and
70s.
bacon.
I had a goatee at that time. Like that's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
When it was
forgot about
so
that.
long ago that I thought a goatee was a reasonable look.
Those were the
soul
days,
patch,
man.
so-
I did have a soul patch at the
Little
time.
flavor
Ah,
saver.
I can't.
Sorry, Hutch.
I can't say shit.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, don't be sorry. I don't have one anymore.
I don't know what your face looks like because I can't see you.
Oh.
Imagine what an egg would look like, and just put a mouth and 2 eyes on it. And that's
So have you gone full Eggman and grown a mustache?
No, I'm not that crazy.
So we're like a 3/4 Eggman.
Yes.
So, Hutch, the only thing I'm sad about is the fact that you did shave off your goatee, but you didn't leave a mustache and take a picture before you shaved the whole thing off.
Yeah. It didn't go out that far.
It don't matter.
So I did leave it to the point to where there was a soul patch. I should have taken a picture then. But I didn't.
Next time.
Maybe next time.
I'm sure you're going to grow out more facial hair at some point.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Maybe not.
Maybe
Who knows?
we'll see.
Yeah.
As someone who has decided to not grow facial hair ever again, that's fine.
I have decided to grow facial hair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Just to
fucking
balance
rude
it out.
of you. Why didn't you give your hair follicles to Brittany?
You know
Could
what?
transplant them.
We'll try it. I still got a few left.
Yeah, just pop them out with like a pocket knife and stick them on her face.
That's
I'm
right.
just thinking of Arrested Development where the one guy got hair plugs and they got infected. And he was just like walking around with like his head was bleeding.
Oh.
Wait, you mean this is
sounds
completely curable if you just got rid of those hair plugs?
Too bad.
That's. Anyways.
Beautiful.
But speaking of Max stock, one of the things that I was going to be doing a lot this summer, I did it a lot last summer, is for work, I was going to be going to multiple conventions of gaming conventions, which gaming conventions are just dead this year. They're done.
Yeah. I'm super glad that this was the year I decided not to go to any conventions with my own personal store. And I decided just to focus on the online aspect of it because everything's been canceled this year. I'm really glad that I'm not that wasn't my only means of income.
Yeah, we got really lucky with Mega Marathon as well.
Yeah.
Mega Marathon got canceled for this year, and we were going to do it next year just because we weren't prepared for it. Mm-hmm. But it just worked out that it was going to get canceled anyways. Like, it would be happening, like, it would have happened this past week.
It would have already have happened.
Yeah. So, so I'm extremely thankful that that is not the case.
Yeah, it worked out. So,
but I was going to be going back to San Diego for the first time in 10 years this summer. And I was going to be going to Comic-Con for the first time. And I have a lot of friends in San Diego because I lived there briefly. But I was going to be going there. I was going to be going to Portland. I was going to be going to Seattle. And I was also planning on going to Philadelphia, and all of those towns are like, I have a lot of friends in those towns.
Yeah.
So I'm sad I'm not going there, but like what Brittany and I talked about earlier, we're going to go to a few of them on our own.
And that will be better because we won't have to actually work.
Yeah. It'll be way nicer.
So.
Well, my because my lady friend is in the costume player world and knows a bunch of costume players. There's this like growing trend of
I'm gonna give us 5 more minutes.
There's a growing trend of we don't fucking need cons, and I think part of the problem is that cons have gotten kind of overblown or very expensive or just entirely inconvenient. So now there are a lot of people who are just saying like, well, rather than hanging out for $5,000, let's hang out for $200. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why
works.
I love
if you know people, you already got an established thing,
right?
And you're okay with like not partying like with a bunch of other people. Like it's a different vibe for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference. Is if you have your community or like your group of friends, it's easier to do that, but it's harder to meet new people and make new friends.
Yeah. I think there's a place for conventions still. I also agree, though, that maybe not so many. And that's true I think that's normal that's the normal situation for anyone who isn't going to cons for work.
Yeah.
Right. Or going, like, if
also, I feel like at some point in your life, if you're a big con goer, at some point, if you've been to so many cons, that the con offers just hanging out with these people that you know are going to be there. At that point, then maybe you can say, okay, well, maybe we don't go to the con itself, but we hang out like near it and hang out with each other.
Maybe we just be friends.
Yeah. And I think it totally depends on the person and the particular con, because some cons are very expensive and there's not a whole lot to do at them unless you're willing to spend a shit ton of money. And then there's other cons that are like, there's a shit ton of stuff to do and it's all free as long as you just pay for your ticket.
The one benefit for working for our company and being able to go to all these cons, I have now realized which cons I like and which cons I would never pay my personal money to go to.
Yeah.
So, and it is definitely the large and in charge cons.
You should write up a review for like which ones are good to go to and which ones are good for like hang out near it or something.
Yeah.
Or your next video topic.
That might be a good idea. Yeah, okay. I'll go through a list. I'll make it one con at a time. Make a review per con.
Yeah.
That'll be what I do this year to make up for no cons. I'm really glad we got to go to MagFest. I'm sad I didn't get to go to PAX South or PAX East.
Yeah.
But, I'm mostly sad I'm not going to too many games and MagStock.
I think I've just gone to too many cons in my time. Like, I think they're fine and fun and interesting, but I mean, I'm not a big collector. I'm not rabid about a lot of the things that people go to cons for.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I honestly, the only reason why I stayed at any of the cons I did is because that's the mass majority of where I get to see some of my friends. Yeah. Like, Too Many Games is a fine little con, and I like it.
Too many games.
The reason I enjoy that con so much is because every night, all of my friends sit in the parking lot of the hotel, and we have a rave party out in the parking lot and get drunk. Every night of that con.
That's a crime.
Yeah.
And it is
public intoxication.
It is a crime.
It is a crime.
It is a legit crime, but no one stops us. And it is so
You'll have to find a new crime for 2020.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about hosting a Discord exclusive LotCon this year.
Thinking about hosting a crime.
Call it LotCon : digital.
Digital LotCon.
Just on blasting like DK64 music.
Yeah.
And then everyone's smoking weed.
That's exactly what happened last year.
I'll bring the tampons.
Yeah.
It will be great.
Half Empty E-Tank proudly presents
a crime.
A crime experience. It's got to be multimedia, it's got to be 3D, and it's got to be live streamed. And probably blockchain needs to be involved just to hit all of the right keywords.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes, we want to make sure we get that corporate attention in there, yes.
Oh, man, that kind of reminds me. So I bought Cooking Mama Cookstar physical this week because it's not available digitally anymore because of blockchaining.
What?
I don't think that game has actual mining software in there.
It doesn't, but people claimed it and it got taken off the digital version of Nintendo Switch eShop. So I bought the physical version.
Yeah. So for those who aren't aware, like you, Jairus, so people were saying that when they were
for dumbos who don't know, like Jairus. Thanks, bro.
No! How am I the bad guy? I tried to be an information
sponge. Somehow, Jairus always turns Hutch into the bad guy. I don't know how this happens, but it always happens.
That's fun, because you're such a nice boy.
I should grow a mustache and just start twirling it.
Evil Hutch?
Yes. Oh my god, please.
Well, let me tell you about this, eh? Yeah, but yeah, so people were saying playing that game, their Switch like gets really hot and the fan runs insanely high, and so they're like, "Oh, it's running blockchain software or data or Bitcoin mining shit or whatever on it." And someone like went into the code and was like, "No,
listen, everyone knows that when you're making mom's spaghetti, your palms get sweaty."
That's true.
Yeah. Also, the game is just shittily made, and it is, and that's why it runs so hot.
Don't you talk about Cookie Mama that way?
Oh, baby, you don't know the full thing. It's not the original team. It's a licensed game.
Yeah.
And like
fucking off-brand Cooking Mama mobile experience. Ugh.
Also, on top of that, like the people who own the rights to it didn't sign off to all of the games that they did make. They only signed off to the digital version of the Switch version, but they made physical Switch and PS4 versions.
They should have let Limited Run do it.
Oh, don't worry. Half of the Limited Run staff owns a physical copy. It's really weird. We're one of them.
Forever physical.
One half?
One half.
Yeah, one half.
All right, well, I guess that's pretty much it for my segment. Thanks for playing, guys.
Wait,
did we win?
What were we talking about again?
We were talking about what are the things that the Rona ruined for us and how will we live our lives differently afterwards.
Oh. That's right. That was so long ago.
Yeah, it really was.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Want to see us perform live? Use that big brand of yours and follow us on Twitch. We do things live there sometimes.
Hey, so
hi
with hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Congratulations.
So, I want to talk about video games. Specifically, video games that you wanted to play but haven't played yet.
Okay.
And I want you to think about a game that you want to play really bad, because I want to ask you to play it starting after today, and then we're going to reconvene in a month and talk about our experiences with it. But anyway,
okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So I've been wanting to play Donut County for a really long time. And we actually just got our physical version of it from, who was the company?
8-bit.
Retro 8-bit or
8-bit
something?
Disaster.
No.
8-bit Disaster. No, it's one of our competitors, but we bought like a...
I am 8-bit.
We bought a physical copy of it, so now I literally have no excuse to not play it because we got it for the Switch. Which
it's the third time I've bought that game, but I didn't care.
So I really want to play Donut County, and it's also a short game, so that's super reasonable that I think I could play that. But the second one is an older game that I've been meaning to play, Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh, yeah, I've got that for free now on the PS4.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So
yeah, I've never played Shadow of the Colossus. I've so far been able to avoid spoilers for it too. Like I don't really know what it's about. So
that's very impressive.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna really enjoy both those games.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, those are the games that I really want to play. So
yeah.
Mine is actually kind of topical. I have always wanted to actually spend time and commit to playing Final Fantasy VII. I never have. I've spent maybe like 15, 20 minutes playing the original Final Fantasy VII. But with the remake of the game coming out right now, I think I might actually try and play it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I know it's only a part of the original game, but and I already know the big spoiler because I've lived in the past 20 years.
I feel like that was a weird cut at me.
No, I'm not. It was spoiled in the Wreck-It Ralph movie.
Oh, I don't remember the Wreck-It Ralph movie. Other than him saying he's gonna wreck stuff.
It just said air.
Well, don't spoil it for people who don't know.
People know. Except you. You don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna play the Final Fantasy VII remake, and I'll let you know if it's something that I can stomach. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan.
Something you can stomach.
So I am playing it right now, and it's really good.
Great.
It's a more of an action style game. I'm trying to think of what I could kind of compare it to.
A lot of people have said it's a lot like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, actually, I would say that. Yeah, it's more like that, and you can control each of those characters. I don't think you can control Donald or Goofy in Kingdom Hearts, but I forget. It's been a while. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to play and lots of upgrades to get, and the story is, it's more focused. So they add in a lot of extra stuff in side quest, and it's really great so far.
Okay, well, cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to pick it up here in a couple days when we get paid, and I'm going to fucking play it finally. It's the only Final Fantasy I've never committed to and been able to finish. I've committed to it several times and just not finished it. So I'm excited to finally do it, and it's always been like a graphical problem for me. Just those early PS2 or PS1 and N64 titles are just so ugly to me.
Whoa.
They are. And I've never been able to
I'm not gonna have you
get
talk
past
smack
that.
about my sweet babies.
Okay.
My sweet textures.
So Final
Those
Fantasy
pitched
VII was
arms.
yeah. It just didn't stand the test of time for me. And I think with the remake I'll finally be able to enjoy the experience.
That game is so gorgeous. Like the environments, the characters, the music's great. Anyway. You're gonna love it.
Okay, great.
So for me, I have got all the Persona games, and I've never played any of them. So I'm going to play Persona 5, the Royal, or Royale.
Oh, sweet.
Twitch calls it the Royal, which I think is funny.
Royale.
The Royale. The Royale. So I actually did start it a little bit during one of our streams and really enjoy it. So.
Yeah, my boss is nonstop playing that game right now.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot to it, but I want to get through Final Fantasy first, so hopefully,
cool.
I won't. I can tackle that some during the week.
I have always wanted to play the Persona games, but for me, they're just so long of games. It's really hard for me to devote 40 hours to those games. I say that as I've devoted 250 hours to Animal Crossing so far. But
I'm gonna water these flowers.
Yeah,
right.
But I don't know. I
get it.
I was not expecting to have a quarantine for Animal Crossing. But I'm actually starting to break off from that game and play other games now.
Yeah, same.
What about you, Jairus?
I'm struggling with this one because for a long time the answer to that was Red Dead Redemption 2, but I've been playing that for half a month or so.
Nice.
So I don't know. Like, I want to play Breath of the Wild, but I don't want to add another exhaustive open world game into my life.
That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't know.
So you could play
Don't
Breath of the
force
Wild.
games upon me, Michelle.
You could. I am saying this is a suggestion. You could play it, and instead of just being like trying to get to completion, because fun fact about Breath of the Wild, the end sucks. So just enjoy the experience of playing it at your own leisure and going where you want to, because it's
definitely not a game that like you're rewarded for completing and getting every single little thing.
Yeah. The reward is playing the game.
Yeah.
So
it's the friends you make along the way.
What a novel fucking concept for a game.
It's really just like, if you enjoy exploring, that's the game. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about it. The only like part where it feels like you really got to get through it is like the first couple of hours to get off the plateau.
Right. And that's usually the thing. Like I want to enjoy a game and fuck around with it. But I would also argue
though that Breath of the Wild, I feel like because you don't know anything about the world, when you're on like the plateau, which is supposed to be the tutorial, it doesn't feel like the tutorial when you're playing it the first time. I think they did a really good job with that, because once you get off the plateau, then you're like, oh yeah, clearly that was just the tutorial, and that was like a small area that I was in. But at the time,
it feels huge.
It feels huge, and you're like, holy shit.
By the way, Brittany, I think that's your favorite game, basically.
It's pretty much. It's definitely my favorite Zelda game, but yeah, it's one of my favorite games.
We actually had a friend. We bought a friend a Switch right before they became non-existent, and we let her borrow
the
several
Switch
games.
is not the friend.
Oh,
no, the friend.
I'm glad you clarified.
And we let her borrow our copy of Breath of the Wild, which has been forcing Brittany to play other games.
Yeah, we basically let her borrow a lot of the games that I play over and over again. Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Katamari. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, guess I'll play a new game. And then I boot up like Microsoft Mahjong. Gotta get my daily goals.
Oh man.
Sorry, I'm like a old lady.
Yeah, you're just smoking cigarettes and playing Mahjong.
Yes.
But Breath of the Wild would be a good option for you, Jairus.
Let's go with Just Cause 4. Because I've played one Just
choice.
Cause game. Just Cause 4 is free on Epic Games Launcher, and I just downloaded it, or I started downloading it. So let's go with that.
That's a great choice, honestly.
I'm a fucking criminal.
Because I've been playing it off and on for like an hour, like before I go to bed, and it's an awesome game.
I'm going to add Valorant to my list because I got a closed beta key for it, but I haven't played it yet because Final Fantasy.
So can you tell me what the hell that is? Because I've seen it mentioned a few times on Twitter, and I don't know. It is.
It's a new game from Riot Games. It's okay. The basic gameplay is kind of like Counter-Strike. You got two teams. You're like planning a quote unquote bomb. So you got they call it a spike, I guess. But so what makes it different is you've got some more unique abilities. So I guess you've got you can choose a class. And I'm trying to think of. I think one person has like a quick dash.
It's Overwatch, but not Overwatch, and also made by Riot.
Right. It's kind of a cross between the two.
I'll try it. I played a little bit of Legends of Runeterra there, because now they're just in a place where they're trying to rip Blizzard wherever they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was all right. It was like decently interesting.
I'm probably going to pass that one then. Overwatch was like one of my least favorite games that got really big.
Well, it's more Counter-Strike than Overwatch. It's Overwatch and just like some of like you got an ultimate ability and like a second like kind of mystical ability rather than it's all gunplay.
Okay, well,
but also
I'll probably still pass it.
The process of getting it is to watch a stream of someone playing it and hope that you get a drop. So
that's weird.
Yeah,
you've become a fake gamer girl, Michelle.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're just like over there sexily chewing on controllers. You're not in for the hardcore games.
Selling your bathwater.
Selling your bathwater.
If it doesn't have cute animals in it, I don't want to play it.
Just mukbanging your way through this internet monetization scheme.
Thank God there's an elephant slide in Final Fantasy VII, or otherwise I wouldn't be able to play it.
Elephant slide?
Because I require cute animals.
I just can't take Final Fantasy seriously.
Well, the only one you've played is Final Fantasy X, and that's the one with the volleyball players.
I was like, no,
oh man, I just realized, how long do we think it's going to be before Michelle starts getting like, "You're not a real gamer" statements?
I'm sure that's already happened.
That happened to me a few days ago.
She changed her name on Facebook, and then somebody sent her a message and was like, "Send me your boobs."
Yeah.
Now you're a real woman on the internet.
And I had someone send me their dick pic, and I had someone ask me to send them their boobs.
Nice.
And the guy who sent me their dick pic. It was super quick.
Wow.
The guy who told me to send me pictures of it, he actually told me to send him pictures of my bobs. So I told him that I'm not a Bits Lasagna. Get away.
You should have sent them pictures of friends of yours named Robert.
Yes. I actually have a couple of those. But the guy who sent me a dick pic, I took his dick pic and I sent it to his mom.
Oh, you got the revenge. Your own revenge story.
Like,
I love it.
Yes, I was just like, here, your son sent me this.
Your son's an animal,
and now you see
not in a good way.
I was like, enjoy. I blocked him.
Did she respond back to it?
No. But she has seen it.
She left you on scene? You sent her a picture of her own son's dick. And she left you on scene? That's suspicious.
Yep. That's all I got so far. But yeah, so that's the game I'm playing right now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Back to the topic. You're a lady now. Misogyny works for you too.
I don't know. I also have a copy of Farming Simulator 19 that I've never played.
Ooh.
I mean, you should absolutely play that. At least give us an hour.
I
give
need
yourself
to,
an hour.
I need
of that.
to dig out like my joystick sitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Just blast John Denver's "Thank God I'm a Country Boy" while you play it though.
Well, I'm not
That's
streaming
for the full.
Doesn't matter. It's for
experience. No, it's just for you.
I do think we should build a rig for Farming Simulator 19, akin to the one that we did for American Truck Simulator.
Don't worry, I'm working on it.
Oh, don't tell her that. We're gonna have to go to a junkyard and take an old tractor seat or some shit. I'm trying to get rid of these ridiculous things that's just hanging around our lives. But
Barkley, there's part of me that just really enjoys triggering Michelle's brain so that she goes and buys dumb bullshit. Because
it works every time.
There's an element that's like, I wonder if she will do this dumb thing that I think is really funny. Because in some ways, there's a meta humor where it becomes more funny because she was like, yeah, it's a great idea.
I've already got 3 ideas.
Great.
I hate it.
Too bad we can't get together.
Sorry, Barkley.
Sounds like we're done.
Yeah, it sounds like we got homework.
Sick of forking me because I'm done.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
That's going to hurt Brittany.
Worth it.
You got the social medias, we got the social medias. You got the Facebooks, we got the Facebooks. You got the Twitters, we got the Tweeters. We got the Instagrams, we don't really use that one too much, but we're on there too. If there's something else, we probably got it. You can find them all in the description at the bottom.
Welcome here!
Oh man, that was some nonsense. Today we're going to talk about our personalities. We're going to talk about deep about ourselves. And we're going to frame it in the reference of which Dungeons and Dragons class is most like ourselves.
I'm a dragon.
It's not a class.
I'm the dungeon.
Damn.
Jinx. Fuck you, Hutch.
All right, we got two dungeons and a dragon. What about you?
All right, well, I got to keep things even. All right, so the first part of this segment, I'm just going to list what everything is from the. We're doing.
Yeah, are we going standard classes? Are we going cross classes? Are we going player's handbook multi class or specialist classes?
All right, fucking nerd, tone it down.
No, like this is you come into my town brain. Like you're trying to fucking talk. Girl, you're trying to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. You never even played Dungeons and Dragons.
We're getting there.
Well, you did ask.
Roll for sanity.
Turn into like a fake gamer girl. I think you got your answer.
Immediately. All right, damn it! Now I'm a misogynist. It would have been fine 8 months ago.
Now I'm a massage.
Yeah,
a misogynist.
He did get a massage the last time he was here.
That's true. I did, and I'm very grateful for that because I popped a lot of tension out of my hip. That's not a sexual thing. I have bad posture because I'm a giant, so my leg was like locking up a little bit, and this tiny woman just punched me in the thigh or like the hip a bunch of times, and then my leg worked.
Thanks for the update.
Michelle, have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
But the last time I played, it was 3rd edition.
Oh,
and when
like a pleb.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. And I didn't know what that meant, and everyone was mad at me.
Fucking D&D people.
And we can all thank Joe Borowski for all of the reasons I've ever played D&D.
Of course we can.
I've actually,
I whenever I did it, I always picked like a similar class that I would pick in like an RPG. So I always picked someone who's like tough, strong, and wasn't that smart, just because I wanted to like beat my way through problems. But this is not about who you would pick to play as. This is who most
you
closely,
are inside.
like, who are you? Who you really are? Which personality, or which one of these personalities best matches you? And to start with, the choice that I always had to play as was the fighter. Just basic rules, a master of martial combat, and skilled with a variety of weapons and armor.
Are you reading the Wikipedia definition?
No.
That's great.
Yes, I am. The next one we have is a rogue. Basic rules, a scoundrel who uses stealth and trickery to overcome obstacles and enemies. The next one is a bard who has changed to a normal class to be chosen at a character creation. The assassin and monk classes were removed. God damn it. Just tell me
Welcome
who they
to
are.
HEETwave, where Michelle reads Wikipedia live.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get prepared beforehand.
I thought I was.
Sucks to
I checked.
Let me do a quick Google, see if I can help you out.
Okay, well, a bard is a musician. Are any of y'all musicians? Okay,
No.
Thank you.
Nope.
We'll move on. Wizard.
I am a cross-class sorcerer wizard. Or
wizard,
wizard/barbarian.
So you are a scholarly magic user capable of manipulating the structures of reality.
Here's where this falls apart. Because like, depending on how we define wizard, I am either a wizard or a sorcerer. If we mean like went to magic school and figured out magic shit, like did formal education, because like usually the people who want to think of themselves as wizards are fucking like people who have doctorates or extensive formal education. But I know weird ass arcane shit, but also just want to punch the world.
Okay.
Hence,
well, that sounds more like sorcerer then.
Yeah. Well, but sorcerer is based on your blood, and I don't think that anyone should think of themselves as based on their genetic material, like in the in the potential for their accomplishments.
Okay.
Oh, that was a weird public service announcement that I just gave.
Thank you.
So I found like a meme.
Of course, you found a meme
D&D personality chart. This might help us out a little bit better.
Okay, well, help me out.
Okay, so
I found a meme. Don't worry, guys.
You want me to just run through the different ones?
Yes, please.
All right. So if you're a barbarian, you're hangry. You make poor choices of tattoos. You like metal, but at least one Taylor Swift song, and you love small dogs.
Yeah, that's also me.
That's way better.
All right, you might be a barbarian. All right, the bard. It just says, for fuck's sake. And it says, puns for days, you're pansexual, or you're a mess.
Yeah, okay.
If you're a cleric, you're the mom's friend. You don't like spicy food. You ride or die for your friends, and you're probably a weeaboo.
This is way better. Thank you, Brittany.
You're a druid.
This is better.
You're a hippie. You pretend to enjoy tofu. You drink PSLs. I guess pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the answer. You know what that means.
Or you eat weird stuff for dares.
I might be a druid.
That might be you.
Yep.
If you're a ranger, you stop to pet random cats. You spend hours reading random Wikipedia articles. You like to go barefoot, and you Google Map local. You're a Google Maps local guide.
Wow.
I don't know how do you
Paladin.
use it? Paladin. You run a social justice blog. You like doggo memes. You cry at Titanic. You try really hard, and you're a sweet mess.
Oh. That's Hutch.
Monk. You drink too much coffee. You like to sit on kitchen counters. You're dramatic. You haven't used a capital letter in 3 years.
That last one got me. That was good.
If you're a fighter, you do all the work in group projects. You play too much, LOL. Fucked up sleep pattern. Drinks IPAs.
Okay.
I feel like that one, except for IPAs. I don't like IPAs. All right, rogue. You either fixes everything or makes it 10 times worse.
Okay.
You lose their house keys a lot. You're an edgelord. You used to be into parkour, and you're asthmatic. That one might be me.
You are
okay,
both an edgelord and used to be into parkour.
Yes. Sorcerer. Always there for their friends. Self-esteem problems. Top grades at school, but you fail at college. Buys a lot of Lush products.
Ooh.
Warlock. Drinks too many energy drinks. Shit poster. Superstitious. Probably a furry.
Oh, that's you.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah, that's you. You're a
wizard.
rogue warlock.
Wizard, who wrote Harry Potter fanfic, fashionable, owns many unread books and yet buys more, has no idea how to hold a baby. Now that one's me.
Okay, you're a lot of things.
I'm a wizard barbarian by this scale.
Okay, for me,
I'm a wizard rogue. Rogue wizard.
I am a druid bard.
Rogue wizard is way better. You're a loose cannon. I need your badge and your magic stick on my desk in the morning.
Here, I'll send you guys this this photo so that you can take another look at it in the chat.
Hutch,
this is great for audio.
All I see is Michelle's piss.
I'm just gonna put it on screen for us.
Okay.
Because thank you, Brittany.
You're welcome.
You made this not shit. Thank you.
See, memes are here to save us. And if you would like to see this meme, you can support us on Patreon.
Mm-hmm. There we go. We'll just put it on Patreon instead. Because you did read through it all. So
it's true.
All right. But yeah, Hutch, how do you feel about any of those options? I'm absolutely a druid bard.
I'd
say
bard slash. Which one's the energy drink one?
I'm pretty
warlock.
Energy drink one is
warlock,
the warlock.
Yeah.
I would say you also have a bit of paladin, Hutch.
He cries at
yeah,
Titanic.
I would agree with at least half of those. Yeah,
I think. I think Hutch is no. So here's the more interesting thing. Let's assign them to each other.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Ooh, I like this.
I think Hutch is a cleric paladin.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think Dr. Charles Barkley split her points way too weird and is like 3 levels in Ranger, 3 levels in Sorcerer, 3 levels in Warlock.
Okay, I can see that. Let me. Yeah. Let me see Ranger again real quick. Yeah, definitely. She definitely stops to pet random cats.
Yeah,
and is always barefoot.
I do like to be barefoot.
So that makes sense.
And I think Michelle is a fighter. Michelle's harder.
I feel like I'm a little bit of everything sometimes.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Personalities are not binaries. Like we
especially for we shouldn't allot just our personalities to just Dungeons and Dragons. You say?
Yeah. I mean that's fucking nuts. Like that's
whatever. I'm having fun.
I have strong feelings against like personality tests and trying to think of your personality as a thing that's locked into a single time or place. Like
I agree with that, especially those personality tests that people use on like dating sites.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm an IMFP
So
or some bullshit.
I think personality tests are in the same field of like, this is fun, just like astrology.
Yeah,
right.
It's like, this is fun. Let me learn about myself or whatever. And just like tarot card readings. That's sort of like, it's fun, but I'm not going to base my entire life on this.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
is why we're doing it to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, this is good.
Not trying to dogpile on you.
No,
I'm just
I
like,
agree.
Hey, this
I
is
am.
fun. Jairus says
Well,
so.
I expected Jairus to when I thought about this topic, so it's okay. So, Brittany, why don't you go ahead and classify everyone based on this?
I'm thinking,
I'm gonna look at mine,
I feel
too.
like Jairus is like part sorcerer,
Okay.
part like
All right, well, I've got one. I definitely think that Hutch has a lot of paladin energy. And
he
I
is
think
a sweet
cleric,
mess.
definitely.
I'm definitely
I
a mess.
agree with.
And a little bit
he's
sweet.
a sweet mess. And he likes the doggo memes. And I've seen him cry at some movies.
Yeah. I haven't seen him try hard though.
I have.
Try harder.
Hutchington, I'm kidding. I've seen you.
I was going to say, my
I feel
sleep
like-
schedule
I
would
haven't
say
seen you
otherwise sometimes.
Try hard. I've
This-
seen you do.
This might be controversial, but I feel like Michelle is a lot of rogue.
A lot of rogue. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say
That's-
that too.
That's
I don't feel like
so.
I'm
I'm
an
interpreting
edgelord or-
the bottom two used to be into parkour / asthmatic as being like kind of thematic. Like this person is a absurd dichotomy of a human.
Okay.
And if I apply it in that way, I agree.
Okay. For me, I definitely agree with the top two because I often make things either really great or fucking terrible.
And my
And
favorite thing about you is that you have like you and no one around you has any clue which one it's going to be, but we're all just like, okay, it's going to be one of them. Either she's going to come in, do a thing, and it's going to be amazing on the other side, or it's going to be even more of a train wreck.
Yeah. And I also literally lose my keys every day.
Yep, every day.
Every day.
I have a little hook next to the door. I'm like, hang your keys right here so you don't lose them. And
Yeah.
sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. So
Yeah. And sometimes I go looking for them even though they're hanging up.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I think like maybe used to be a bit of an edgelord when we first started dating.
Definitely.
Yeah. So when like the first like month of us together, I was at the beach. I have to tell the story. I was at the beach with my family, and she called me and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm picking up seashells on the beach." And she was like, "That's such a girl thing to do," and got like all upset about it. And then later I hung up the phone and I was like, "Why the fuck was she upset about me picking up seashells?" And I called her out on it, and she was like, "I actually like doing that too, but I don't know, trying to make you feel bad so that you would love me." I don't know.
I was slightly gaslighting you because that's the only way I knew how to date people at the time.
I just read the game and I was trying to neg you, but all you gave me was seashells, and I actually really like seashells, but like I thought it was a pretty fun neg.
Yeah. That's literally the only way I knew how to date back in the time, was just like I was trying to be too cool for everything.
So I used to call you out on it, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, I actually like that too."
Yeah, you called me out on a lot of shit, and I
don't remember them now, but the seashell one I do remember. So that's why I'm like, maybe like used to be a little edgelordy.
You made me a better person by doing that, and I feel like the only way I made you a better person was by letting you accept what you like.
Yeah. Because I would be like, maybe what I like is lame. And then I'd be like, no, it's not. You're lame.
Yeah.
Sass.
So,
Donkey Kong 64 is the best game ever made.
Ever made. I want a remaster.
That ain't happening.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah.
Not with any attitude.
What if it got the full Final Fantasy VII treatment?
Yeah, the whole ultra realistic.
Oh my god!
It is the only. It is the only DK one with like super like realistic.
We talked about this last week.
Did I?
I would absolutely love it if there was a DK64 remake, and like they got one thing wrong, and it was not like not a thing that mattered to 95% of people, but if I got to see Brittany doing that like shit post, like that 7-paragraph long Facebook post about how this game's trash and they missed the spirit of Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
I would love that so fucking much.
You know, we can just role play.
Which sounds really great, actually.
Barkley, which mechanic would they have to fuck up for you to just like?
If they took out the llama that's in the Angry Aztec section, or they didn't give it the weird noises that it makes, because that's literally my favorite part of the game. So you release this llama that looks like, it's supposed to be a llama, but it looks like the fucking macaroni and cheese camel. Like dinosaur.
Yeah.
And like you set it free out of the cage, and it runs to like this temple where there's like a shit ton of lava. It's like lava in a pool, and then it sneezes. It does this like weird cough sneeze into the pool and turns it to water so you can swim in it. And it's like the weirdest shit ever. And it like yawns and just makes weird moany noises. And if they change that or fuck that up in any way, I would be super pissed. So there you go. There's my obscure thing. My obscure thing that would not matter in the slightest if they changed it, but I would be really mad because it's my favorite part of the game.
Jumping back, Michelle, now apply classes to the rest of us.
Okay, yeah, let's finish this up here. I'm definitely going to say that Hutch is obviously a warlock. The only thing, I think he's probably like a warlock and
cleric.
Yeah, cleric is pretty up there. I definitely,
cleric is pretty good for Hutch.
Yeah. I'm going to say that Jairus is a barbarian, either wizard or warlock. I think he's,
I'm leaning towards wizard myself. Barbaric wizard.
Barbaric wizard, I think.
There's a really fun thing that you can do when you cross class wizard and barbarian, where you have a spell that makes you larger, so it changes all of your damage dice,
That's
and
awesome.
makes you better at being like a berserk monster. Yeah, it's real good.
Okay,
beautiful.
And
I played a wizard school dropout in a campaign once. So I had 1 level of wizard and 4 levels of barbarian, and it was the most fun that I've ever had playing Dungeons and Dragons.
You know, speaking of having fun playing Dungeons & Dragons, I really feel like the 4 of us should play sometime.
We can do it.
I think that'd be
only
fun.
want to play in person though, because the only D&D game I've ever played was like an online game with Rexroad and his cousin
they just talked
brother.
about dogs the whole time.
And they just talked about dogs and got really drunk, and I could not follow what was happening, and they made me talk in a southern accent, and I just didn't like it.
Yeah, that sounds like the worst way to learn Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah, it wasn't fun, so I kind of just dropped out of their thing.
I have a game called Dungeon World, which is akin to Dungeons & Dragons, but it's more about collaborative storytelling, and the mechanics are way simpler. I'm going to bring that, like when quarantine lifts, the 4 of us and maybe 1 or 2 other people, we're going to get together, we're going to play it, and
okay, let's do it.
Have some fun.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
To finish this all up,
and probably not live stream it unless the Patreon and OnlyFans surpass $10,000.
No, let's just play for fun.
We're going to play for, at least the first time, we're playing for fun.
Listen, if the OnlyFans gets past $10,000, I will play Dungeons & Dragons naked.
Yeah, we'll do it. Brittany, you are obviously a rogue druid. Because you definitely also have the, you're asthmatic, you kind of an edgelord, and you obviously are a hippie, you love PSLs, and you will absolutely eat weird shit for dares.
That's true. I can't argue with that, so...
So yeah, let's close up on that. Well, guys, thank you again for watching us this week. It's been a really fun episode.
Hutch didn't tell us what he thought we were.
Well, he doesn't have time, so we're cut out.
5 minutes.
What do you mean?
He could.
We've done 5 minutes already.
Hutch, take it to the speed round.
Hutch.
So Jairus mentioned earlier, barbarian plus wizard. Michelle, a cross between a fighter and a rogue. I feel like.
Okay.
Does all the work, but makes it worse.
But sometimes fucks it up.
Okay, worth it for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Brittany, ranger and rogue. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think we all decided, Brittany, that you're a rogue at the very least.
At the very least, I'm a rogue.
I mean,
I am asthmatic.
She is the biggest edgelord out of all of us.
That's true.
It is true. I try to calm it down, but
she's just wearing
when you're living on the edge
from Hot Topic and flossing.
It's true.
Wow, this has definitely been one of my favorite episodes in a while.
Great.
You say that every time. I love you so much.
And every time it's true.
I did not say that the last episode.
Ow.
Wow.
All right, I'll do better. Gosh.
Got him.
You did better this week. Good job, everybody.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.